My journey as an athlete actually started when I was about 6 years old, even though I played soccer and some t-ball. Before, when I was about 4 or 5, my dad took me to a Fresno State football game. We sat right across the stadium. Just produced this passion for football for me. Ever since then, football became my life. It was my passion. It was my sense of purpose. It was my sense of significance. It was the reason why I felt like I mattered. You know, just like anything in life, football leaves. And it was my senior year. I got severely injured. I hurt my shoulder, hurt both my ankles, hurt my groin. And this caused me to lose all the interests I had from colleges. And this sent me down a really dark path. I was depressed, really anxious, didn't really like who I was as a person. And to cope with that, I just turned to a lot of alcohol. And it wasn't until I found Jesus when I was about 18, I actually went to jail. And in that time, Jesus really picked me up out of the dust.
We're all suffering. We're all struggling. We all have things we're carrying. I got things I'm carrying. I've had things I have carried, and by God's grace, He has lifted it off my back.
As a former athlete, one of the biggest struggles that we have, and Gen Z in general, is mental health. Actually, the second leading cause of death in student athletes right now is suicide. And so one of the resources we really try to provide is encouraging mental health counseling, encouraging people to find balance. And one of the ways to find really good balance is in community. One of the reasons why being an athlete is consuming is because it centers everything you do. Everyone seems to be centered around this sport. And so there's this constant fear of what happens if this sport doesn't work out? What happens if I'm not doing good enough? And so a lot of athletes have found life in going to a church, finding community outside of just their sport. Community plays a huge role in finding freedom from that suffocating feeling as an athlete. When being an athlete's the air you breathe, it can feel like that's all you are.